Cowboys Nation, brace yourselves. CeeDee Lamb, the star who's been lighting up the NFL, has just dropped a bombshell. He's officially holding out from the 2024 Cowboys training camp. That's right, the man with the golden hands is nowhere to be seen as America's team gears up for what could be a Super Bowl run. But why? What's really going on behind the scenes? And what does this mean for the Cowboys' championship dreams? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the biggest drama hitting Dallas since, well, the last time Jerry Jones opened his wallet. This is one video you can't afford to miss if you bleed silver and blue. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. All right, let's break this down piece by piece and examine what led to this shocking turn of events, what it means for the Cowboys, and what could happen next. First, let's rewind a bit. CeeDee Lamb, the former first-round pick out of Oklahoma, has been nothing short of phenomenal since joining the Cowboys in 2020. In his first 4 seasons, he's racked up over 5,000 receiving yards, 35 touchdowns, and has been selected to the Pro Bowl 3 times. He's not just a star, he's become the focal point of the Cowboys' passing attack and one of the most feared receivers in the entire NFL. Last season, Lamb had a career year, hauling in 135 catches for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns. He was a major reason why the Cowboys made it to the divisional round of the playoffs, and many analysts pegged him as an early favorite for the 2024 Offensive Player of the Year award. But here's where things get complicated. Lamb is entering the final year of his rookie contract, and negotiations for an extension have been ongoing since the end of last season. The Cowboys exercised his 5th-year option, which would pay him around $17.9 million for the 2024 season. However, Lamb and his representatives have been pushing for a long-term deal that would make him one of the highest-paid receivers in the NFL. Now, let's talk numbers for a moment. The current top-paid wide receivers in the league are making around $30 million per year. Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins leads the pack with a 4-year, $120 million contract. Davante Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders isn't far behind with a 5-year, $140 million deal. CeeDee Lamb and his team believe he belongs in this elite tier of receivers, and they're not backing down. Sources close to the negotiations have reported that Lamb is seeking a deal in the neighborhood of a $28-30 million per year, with significant guaranteed money. The Cowboys, known for their sometimes tough stance on contract negotiations, have reportedly offered a deal closer to $25 million per year. This gap, while it may not seem huge to us regular folks, represents tens of millions of dollars over the life of a long-term contract. So, what's led to this holdout? Well, it's a perfect storm of factors. First, there's Lamb's undeniable talent and production. He's proven himself to be a true number 1 receiver, capable of taking over games and making clutch plays when it matters most. Then, there's the ever-increasing salary cap and the exploding market for top-tier wide receivers. Players like Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings and Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals are also due for massive paydays soon, which is driving up the market value for elite receivers. Add to this the Cowboys' history of sometimes contentious contract negotiations. Remember the Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott sagas? And you've got a recipe for a standoff. Now, let's talk about what this holdout means for the Cowboys as they enter training camp. The absence of CeeDee Lamb is a massive blow to the team's preparation for the upcoming season. Quarterback Dak Prescott loses his favorite target and the player he's built the strongest on-field connection with over the past few years. The timing couldn't be worse, as the Cowboys are implementing some new offensive wrinkles under coordinator Brian Schottenheimer, who's entering his second year with the team. Without Lamb, the Cowboys' receiving corps looks significantly less intimidating. Brandon Cooks, acquired last year, will likely step into the number one role, but at 30 years old, he's not the same game-breaker that Lamb is. Michael Gallup, who struggled with injuries and inconsistency since signing his big contract extension, will need to step up in a major way. The Cowboys also have high hopes for third-year receiver Jalen Tolbert, but he's yet to prove he can be a reliable contributor at the NFL level. This situation also puts immense pressure on the Cowboys' front office, particularly owner Jerry Jones and his son, Executive Vice President Stephen Jones. The elder Jones has always prided himself on keeping his star players in Dallas, often citing the importance of continuity and team chemistry. However, he's also known for driving a hard bargain and being mindful of the salary cap implications of big contracts. Let's not forget that the Cowboys have other key players they need to consider for future contracts. Micah Parsons, the defensive superstar, will be due for a massive payday soon. Trayvon Diggs just signed a big extension last year, and there are always concerns about maintaining a balanced roster in the salary cap era. So, what are the potential outcomes of this holdout? Let's break down a few scenarios. The Cowboys and Lamb reach an agreement before the regular season. This is probably the outcome most fans are hoping for. In this scenario, the two sides find common ground, likely meeting somewhere in the middle of their current positions. Lamb gets his big payday, becoming one of the highest-paid receivers in the league, and returns to the team in time for the season opener. This would be a huge relief for the Cowboys, but it could mean some tough financial decisions down the road. Lamb holds out into the regular season. This is where things could get ugly. If Lamb decides to extend his holdout into the regular season, the Cowboys' offense could struggle mightily. It would also start costing Lamb significant money in missed game checks. Historically, player holdouts that extend into the regular season rarely end well for either side. The Cowboys explore trade options. While this seems unlikely given Lamb's importance to the team, it's not entirely out of the question. If the contract dispute becomes truly irreconcilable, the Cowboys could look to trade Lamb to a team willing to meet his contract demands. This would be a massive shakeup and would likely require a king's ransom in return, possibly including multiple first-round draft picks. Lamb plays out the season under his current contract in this scenario. Lamb eventually returns to the team without a new deal, playing out the final year of his rookie contract. This would set up a potential franchise tag situation next offseason, which could further complicate matters. Now, let's consider the wider implications of this holdout. It's not just about CeeDee Lamb and the Dallas Cowboys. This situation is being watched closely by players, agents, and front offices around the league. The outcome could have a ripple effect on contract negotiations for other star receivers and could impact how teams approach long-term deals for young, elite players at the position. In conclusion, the CeeDee Lamb holdout is a complex situation with no easy answers. It pits the desires of a young superstar against the business realities of running an NFL franchise. The outcome will have major implications for the Cowboys' 2024 season and beyond. As this story continues to develop, we'll be here to bring you all the latest news and analysis. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates. What do you think about this situation? Do you side with Lamb or the Cowboys? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Cowboys fans.